Hey, what's up guys, TBL here, bringing you some more Destiny gameplay on the PlayStation 4. Today we are going to be bringing you guys some Iron Banner multiplayer gameplay in the Crucible. That's right, the Iron Banner tournament is finally out, and we are diving headfirst into that fresh grind to reach rank 5. Now for those of you who may be asking, what is the Iron Banner? The Iron Banner is a faction led by Lord Saladin, a veteran of the battle for Twilight Gap. The Iron Banner seeks great champions to lead the fight against the darkness. It was born to honor the Iron Lords and their efforts in the earliest days of the city. In normal Crucible matches, your character's level and equipment's attack and defense stats basically don't matter, as all weapons deal the same base damage relative to their archetype. But that all changes in the Iron Banner. Weapon and armor level advantages are all applied. Which basically means this: the higher your light level, the more powerful you are to other players. Meaning lower level players will have a much harder time taking you down. And also, the more powerful and more fully upgraded your weapons are, the more damage you'll deal. Oh, as I get surprise popped by that hunter running the golden gun. You see, if I had actually grabbed that heavy instead of waiting for my teammates, I probably would have been able to take him out. But it's all good. So again, the point of the Iron Banner is to provide a place in the Crucible where all of the weapon and armor upgrades that you've gotten in PvE count. So if you're like me, fully maxed out at light level 30 with a ton of weapons sitting at their maximum attack of 300, you're gonna have a good time. And for the most part, you will be extremely difficult for lower level players to take down. And that's the basic gist of the Iron Banner. But hold on, we've barely scratched the surface of all the new features that have been implemented by Bungie for Iron Banner 2.0. First things first, let's start with what hasn't changed. As you can see, we are playing a match of Control here, and that is the only game mode that is currently available in the Iron Banner. Kind of a bummer, I know. Another thing is you are also still randomly rewarded armor and weapons when you win a match or when you lose a match. Although we still have no idea what the parameters for that are. I've seen people win and get insane scores and get nothing, and the last person on the team gets a legendary. Bungie shenanigans. But moving on. You can also unlock more gear for purchase from Lord Saladin and get more match rewards by increasing your rank with the Iron Banner. And finally, your previous Iron Banner rank has been preserved for this and only this Iron Banner. If you played in the previous Iron Banner tournament, you may have reached rank 1 through 3. If you did, those reputation ranks do transfer over to this Iron Banner, but after this tournament, it's going to reset, and then will reset at the conclusion of each Iron Banner tournament. But alright, that being said, let's talk a little bit about what's new in this Iron Banner. But first, I have got to give a hand to that masterful Titan on our team who made the great decision to pop the bubble here. It saves us so many times. Thanks dude, you the best. But alright, let's quickly go through some of the new features offered in the Iron Banner tournament this time around. For this tournament, and all subsequent tournaments in the future, only players level 20 and above can lead a fire team. This is to ensure that no low levels get into the Iron Banner and really kind of get themselves wrecked. There are also now 5 reputation ranks, which will be reset at the start of each new Iron Banner. Reaching each of these ranks will grant you a different reward. Rank 1 gets you access to the emblem, I do believe. Rank 2 gets you access to the shader, both of which grant you an additional EXP buff. And ranks 3 through 5 will all unlock additional weapons and armor for you to purchase, as well as grant you additional reputation boost modifiers. Oh man, there is a lot to get this time around. Lord Saladin also now offers a 12-hour buff called Tempered, which you can purchase for 1 mode of light, which will boost your Iron Banner reputation gains. As the week goes forward, this buff will boost gains even more, so people who start later in the week will be able to catch up easier. Again, you can purchase this buff for 1 mode of light and it lasts for 12 hours. Another one of the big changes to the Iron Banner is now reputation gains are only awarded to a match's winners, but partial reputation is awarded to the loser team via medallions. These medallions will stack each time you lose a match and then will be applied to your reputation as soon as you win one. These medallions stack up to a total of 5 and generally mean that even if you go on a losing streak, you can still get a decent amount of Iron Banner reputation out of it. And now the last really big new addition to the Iron Banner: new gear, new weapons. If you guys have been on Destiny for a while, you've probably been working really hard trying to get to level 30, but maybe the raid hasn't been nice to you. Maybe you just haven't been getting the drops that you need. Well, Lord Saladin and the Iron Banner are here to help. Upon increasing your reputation rank with the Iron Banner and earning Crucible marks, Lord Saladin will begin to offer legendary armor that has the capacity to push you to light level 30. That's right, PvP gear that's the equivalent of raid armor. This is fantastic for those people who don't always have the time to run through the raid, and it's honestly one of my favorite new additions. You know, for those of us who don't always get to run the raid, or who RNG hasn't smiled upon just yet, this is an awesome alternative. This gear generally unlocks at Iron Banner Reputation Rank 4, and Lord Saladin will sell 2 different pieces at a time. So if you're a Crucible player looking to push yourself up to level 30, this is your way to do it. And on the flip side of that, several new weapons have been added to Lord Saladin's arsenal. And these weapons of course will be unlocked as you progress through the Iron Banner tournament itself. But one last special thing I wanted to bring attention to concerning the new weapons available in the Iron Banner is the ability to reforge. Lord Saladin now offers players the option of reforging any Iron Banner weapon. Reforging rerolls all of the upgrades for a chosen weapon, but it will reset any of the upgrades you've already unlocked. The cost for each reforge will be a small number of motes of light, but honestly I think this is an awesome ability. Because basically, it means that if you get an Iron Banner weapon, either by winning it in the reward screen or buying it with the reputation marks that you've earned, and you wind up not liking either the element or the abilities on that weapon, you can re-roll the weapon to completely randomize the new set of abilities and a new element. That, in my opinion, is completely freaking awesome and is something that should be added to other vendors in the game. I would love to re-roll my new Monarchy machine gun from Void into Arc. So hopefully that's a feature that's going to make its way to other vendors at some point in time in the future. But alright, that being said, that's pretty much most of the big changes that have been brought in Iron Banner 2.0. There are of course many more small details that you guys can check out in the Ultimate Iron Banner 2.0 guide on Reddit. I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. You guys should definitely check it out if you want to learn anything else about the Iron Banner, or if you just want to get a sneak peek at some of the brand new weapons and armors. But alright, that being said, taking a look back at the match here, our team is not doing too good. We have somehow lost the lead. Despite my efforts to pull things back, I don't think we're going to take it, but you know what? We just took out a Sunsinger in full Radiance mode, and that's a good enough victory for me. But alright, we did wind up losing here. Got a total score of 20,095 for the enemies and only 18,815 for us, but that's alright because we got through what we wanted to do. It's a little late, but you might have noticed that medallion that I picked up. That is what you get whenever you lose a match in the Iron Banner. You can stack those medallions up to a total number of 5, and then the next time you win, they'll be redeemed for additional Iron Banner reputation points. But alright, that about wraps up this video, guys. If you like what you saw here, feel free to check out my channel where we'll be having a ton more Destiny videos coming out soon. And for you Destiny players out there, make sure you get in on the Iron Banner before it ends. But alright, that's going to be it for this one, guys. As always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty. And get that Iron Banner reputation up, son.